Lucy. It's been a good hot minute. Hopefully a few people will hop on. I don't know if they will or not, but I've got some free time. And hold on, let me wipe this screen. Acting like my shirt's cleaner than my phone, when in reality it's not. I'm always dirty. Clothes are always dirty. At least while I'm out here. So how is everybody doing? Oh girl, hello. How are you, Karen? We're just hanging out. If you hear any beating or banging in the background, it's because Andy is working on our truck. We've somehow managed to have both trucks broke down at one time. Imagine that. And so we've got a mess. He's down there working on the red truck. And I thought, well, gotten everything done, so I might as well sit up here and have a conversation. Oh no. I don't have anything to do in the garden right now. Andy tilled it up the other day. And that's about it. That's all I can do. So it's been done, and so I'm just sitting here bored. Yeah, we do. We've got awful luck. We wouldn't have any luck if we didn't have bad luck, you know? We're those type of people. We wouldn't even have an ounce if we didn't have bad luck. But anyway, so can't go nowhere, can't do nothing. This has just got broken down vehicles. Luckily my husband is a fix-it man, and he can do absolutely anything. I'm convinced that he can do absolutely anything. And so he's down there working on it. If he dies, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I won't be able to function as a human being. I'll have to hire people to do these things, which is going to be awful, you know? I just like giving him all the tasks to do. But yeah, he can do it all, you know? He's one of those, which is coming very handy down through time. Hello, hey, we just hopped on. You ain't missed nothing. When can you plant potatoes? You can plant them. I usually plant a week to 2 weeks after Good Friday. A lot of people say plant them after Good Friday, on Good Friday, but in my experience, on Good Friday, you still got a decent chance for late frost to hit, and that's what happened last year. Got in a rush, planted them on Good Friday, and we had a late frost literally after the plants had already started blooming, and we had a late frost, and it made for an awful crop because the frost got it. So I usually say plant a week to 2 weeks after Good Friday. Hello, Flying Machine. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Let me see. Where is Cola? I don't know who that is. Hi, Sans PL123. You're missing the 4. Brianna or Brianna, however you say your name. We are sitting on the front porch right now. If you missed the beginning of the video, my husband's working on our truck. We've got 2 trucks, and both of them are broken down right now. So, oh, you mean Koa, the dog. He is asleep like all the other dogs right now. You know, I took an inventory of how many dogs we had today because we just like keep getting more dogs. You know, we have 14 dogs right now. 14 dogs. That doesn't count the dog in the house. That's the 14 dogs outside. The farm dogs and the hunting dogs. 14 dogs. That does include the puppies. And they've got about 2 more weeks, and then they will be they'll be leaving their homes. They've done have homes, but they're not weaned yet. So yeah, we've got 14 dogs. You're a YouTuber as well. Brianna or Brianna, if I'm saying your name either one of those ways, if you will comment I wish I could, but the only connection that we have is up here in the house. The down there where well, Lakin's bringing a puppy up here if you want to see a puppy.
It's the closest thing we can probably get up.
14 dogs. And what is their names? Yes, we do live in the country. We raise Walker Hounds, pedigreed Walker Hounds. For hunting, we hunt them, and we have livestock guardian dogs. All their names are, so let's start at the beginning. We have Koa and Katie. They're our livestock guardian dogs. And then the hunting dogs, we have Hopi, Tilly, Seeker, Bonnie. Who else am I forgetting? Hope, Ruby, and then Bonnie's puppies. We have Bandit, April, Runt, Bandit, April, Runt, Misty, Frank,
Crocodile. Well, Bandit's Crocodile. You remember? Because he walks like a crocodile.
I can't. That's all the ones that I can remember right now.
Didn't we not name that one? We couldn't figure out.
We can't. But there's one puppy that we haven't been able to pick a name out for. So the puppies are Bandit, April, Frank, Misty, Runt, Lady, and then we have the one that's not named. Hello, how are you? You're new? Welcome to Lantern Creek Farm. Yes, so the only one that doesn't have a name is the puppy that we can't think of. We don't watch Bluey. I didn't realize there was one named Bandit. I actually named him Bandit because he has a big white. So which one is that right now?
That's Daddy's cleaner.
That's April. So the one that she's holding right here is April.
April puppy breath because she got puppy breath.
And we named Bandit because he has a big white strip that goes up the front of his head that looks like a Band-Aid. And I thought, well, what's a boy name for a dog that has to do with Band-Aid? And so we named him Bandit. You used to have a dog named Coco. That's cute.
His name's Koa.
We have a Koa. We have a Koa and Katie. They're our livestock guardian dogs. Koa is spelled K-O-A, though. Yeah, we've got a crew right now, 14, which is crazy. Hello, greetings from Germany. Cool beans. I got 2 dogs, and they're kind of kings of the castle. Yeah, they can be that way for sure. The inside dogs are at the farm. We have Queenie, and then at the house we have Ollie. They are. Let me see. They are 6 weeks. They're 6 weeks old this week. I think they're 6 weeks old this week. The babies are. I have I have a few videos of the puppies. So if anybody wants to check out the videos of the puppies, I have all kinds of shorts. I did a live the other day, videoing them. But yeah, they're, we are in Appalachia, Kentucky. We are in the Appalachian Mountain region of Kentucky. There's been so many comments, so let me see. Okay, I think I answered all your questions. Yeah, for sure. Hello, Carlos. How are you doing? It's been a while. I haven't been on live for a while, and so I wanted to hop on, see how everybody was doing. We love just sitting outside. So we've spent the day outside. We're supposed to be getting rain. Anybody else supposed to get rain today? We're supposed to be getting rain. I think we got like a 60% chance of rain this evening. So probably won't be doing any hunting tonight. But I've been getting everything situated for the rain to come. I'm hoping the rain doesn't bring the cooler temps, though. I don't know exactly what they're giving temperature-wise, but I'm hoping. Unfortunately, I didn't do a video on it. Actually, I did a short the other day. Are you getting rain as well, Karen? if you all didn't see the short the other day, I had 2 kits pass away. Even as warm as it is outside, I had 2 kits pass away. They're, I think, 10 days old, 10 or 11 days old. I've never had any pass away at that age, but they passed away. They got out of the box. So sometimes rabbits, when they're, am I glitching? Yeah, the connection out here is really, really bad, and it's really cloudy right now, and so... Daggone it. It's really cloudy right now, and so it's messing with my connection. Can you all still see me? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm sorry, I really can't help the connection out here. We are in the boonies, guys. This is the back roads. We're about we're a good ways from town. We're an hour and 45 minutes ish from the nearest city, which I guess it would be called a city. So we're out here in the boondocks. Somebody asked when I said 14 dogs, somebody said, do you live in the country? Yeah, you would have to live in the country in order to have 14 dogs, I believe. For sure. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the rabbits. And so we had 2 babies pass away the other day at 10 days old, 10 or 11 days old. It was the first time I've ever had any pass at that age. It was the first time I'd ever had any pass at that age. What happens is the babies will be suckling on mom feeding, and when mom is done, she'll hop out, and sometimes the babies still are attached. And so she had 2 that I believe come off of her while she was feeding, and they got left out and they froze to death. I tried to warm them up because the rule is, if you've never heard it, if you've got farm animals, you probably know the rule, but the rule is nothing is unalive until it is warm and unalive. And so we warmed them up, and unfortunately they passed away. There is nothing, honestly, more sad to me. It's sad to come in and have things pass away, animals pass away, but it's very common. Like, I don't know. We have all kinds of things pass away in a year. I mean, we raise baby chicks and quail and rabbits and dogs and goats, and we've had things pass away. That's pretty common to see things that have passed. What's really stinks is when they're in the middle of passing. I honestly would rather come up on something that has passed away, that is already gone, than have the hope that something might make it and it doesn't. That's the hard part. Like I said, it's common to live on a farm and to see things that are not alive, to see things that have not made it. It's super common. It just happens. But like I said, the hardest part is to see something that you have that little hint of hope that it might make it. But then it doesn't. That's the hard part. You said, yeah, the downside of raising a lot of animals, but still an old animal passing away is still okay. Yeah. Well, just here over the winter when it was really cold, I did a video on it. We had a chicken pass away. We had her for a really long time, like a long time. She was probably, I don't know, 10 years old, maybe somewhere, maybe even greater than that. I mean, she was older when we got her. I mean, not old, but she was not a chick when we got her. And so I don't know exactly her age, but she passed, and it was sad. We had to put her down. She was just, suffering with old age. You could tell that she wasn't going to make it much longer, and had to put her down. And I usually like to bury my older animals. ones that, we get attached to when it comes to chickens. Baby chicks, we don't typically bury them. Baby rabbits, sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, depending on their size and age. Some, just get thrown to the compost pile. Some just get thrown back out in nature. But it was hard putting her down, and then on top of that, having to not bury her. The ground was frozen solid. We had snow and ice. There wasn't a way to bury her, and so I just threw her out into nature, and so she probably became a snack for something, and that's okay too. But but yeah, it's hard. It's hard once you get into farming. It's something that you have to get used to very quickly. Like you said, it's the downside of farming. It's the downside of the experience of farming, but it's something that you got to really toughen up to pretty quickly. And still to this day, it's still hard. It's still hard to lose stuff. But it does become a little bit easier, especially if it's a common animal that passes away easily. Baby rabbits is something that passes away pretty easy. Baby chicks is something that passes away pretty easy. Quail or something that passes away pretty easy. Things like that. It's not as hard. But if you lose like an entire goat or an entire chicken that you've had for a long time, or a puppy or a dog, that's harder. That's harder. We unfortunately had a dog pass away here recently. He was our main hunting dog, and he passed away, and that was hard. We believe he just passed away in his sleep, maybe a heart attack. But we came out. He didn't come out of his doghouse, and we knew something was up. So it was rough, but, yeah, things happen. Animals pass away. It's just something that we have to get used to. Let me, scroll and see, what everybody's saying. Sad when babies pass away. Yeah. It's nighttime for you? Cool beans. You have a dwarf hamster. That is something I've never had, is a hamster. The only time I've ever seen or held a hamster, it bit me. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to deal with hamsters anymore.
It's near a mouse, and we're terrified of mice.
I was probably about 10 years old when it happened. And yeah, Lakin just said that we don't like mice. I am terrified of mice. Terrified.
If they run across
a mice or a rat, have a horrible fear of them. I had a street dog that was 13 or 14 years old. I used to love him. Last year he died. Oh, sad. Hello, Dooney. How are you? Quack attack. Hello, buddy.
Quack attack.
Yeah, we're outside chatting. We're on the front porch. Very southern of me, right? Is it giving Southern Belle? Southern redneck, more like it. Yeah, we're out on the porch chit-chatting, and in our rocking chair, as you can see. Yeah, it's not that I hate mice and rats. I am terrified of mice and rats. I have a irrational fear of mice and rats. When they're gone, it doesn't bother me as bad, because it's really common to see, when you have animals, it's really common to see mice and rats. I can't really pick up the rats and move them. Mice, I can, once they've passed away, I can pick them up and move them. Our livestock guardian dog does a pretty good job about unaliving
mouses and rats.
Rats and mice. We actually had a small mouse the other day. My daughter hollered at me, and she's like, "There's a mouse in the
chicken coop?
Bainey Silky chicken coop," and they had unalived it. And then the other day I came in and I didn't even know rabbits could do this, but I had a rabbit that had killed a mouse and had eat it, which is, something I'd never seen before. But it's springtime, and so the mice and the rats are coming out. We probably need to get us another barn cat. That's probably something we need to get. But speaking of things passing away, a couple years ago, our barn cat passed away, and he showed up one day and he became ours. He was abandoned. And he showed up one day and he became our barn cat. Even before we even knew we had one, he was doing his job. And since his passing, it's just we haven't got another one to replace him. That was a hard one. We had to put him down as well. Somebody poisoned him, which is fun, right? I'm terrified. You're terrified of spiders. Spiders don't bother me.
Now,
a tarantula? No, I can't do a tarantula. But spiders don't bother me. People are amazed at how much they don't bother me. If I see a spider, I'll just pick it up and move it. I'm obviously not going to pick up, a black widow or something like that that's, poisonous or venomous. They're poisonous, right? And, that's going to kill me or harm me, but just a regular old spider, I don't have no problem picking that up. I used to live in Milford in North Ireland, and a rat literally died in the backyard. Oh, rats passing away around here is pretty common, especially when we had goats. Rats are bad to get in water buckets that your animals drink out of, and so especially in the wintertime we would have
a bunch.
We probably had it happen 4 or 5 times where a rat got down in our water bucket, got in our water bucket and drowned. And it's really nasty because I'm terrified of them, and you have to dump the bucket out and then bleach it and clean it and sanitize it and then put water in, and yeah.
Just that one bucket they basically got.
Yeah, it was a yellow. It was a what was it? It was a red bucket.
It's color.
Yeah, I don't know why they were so attracted to that red bucket. That was about the only bucket they got in, but yeah, it was. It's nasty. I hate rats.
Remember that time you were cleaning out the barn and one ran out? Queenie was on them, and she had one, and she come and chased me with it. You better bet I jumped up on a fence quicker than anything.
Your granny and granddad have a farm? Yeah. It's a great life. I love it. I love being on the farm. I love hearing the animals in the background. It's funny because people will call that don't know we have a farm. I'll be having a conversation with, a business or something, and I'll be outside and they'll be like, I can hear the chickens in the background. Or people that, just know we have a farm, but just aren't used to that sound. We'll be having a conversation. They'll be like, I can hear the chickens. Yeah, I love all the noises, all the sounds, all the everything. You said, wow, picking up a spider. I can never imagine doing that. Really? A lot of people were, a lot of people are like mouth open gasping as I'm picking up a spider and moving it. They just don't bother me.
The scary ones are like the wolf ones.
Wolf spider. I do not like a wolf spider. Do y'all have wolf spiders where you're at? Where we're at, they're pretty common. Especially in the house. Every once in a while you'll find one in the house. I don't like them. That's a spider I will not pick up. They are not venomous by any means, or poisonous, whatever you want to call them. They're not, but they look scary. They look like they could eat your face off. And they're probably about that big. About that size is where I draw the line. Anything that's like this size, this size, this size, this size, I can handle. That size, after that, I'm done. I will find something to pick it up with, or just smash it, or just not deal with it at all. Just, have you ever seen those banana spiders? They get like that big, and they have massive webs.
I was about to say legs. But, well, I guess their legs are big.
Yeah, we have some pretty decent sized spiders here, I guess.
Yeah. I'm getting the crawlies.
I've never heard of that. Spelunky? Spelunky? Is that what it's?
Spelunky or Spelunky?
Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
I thought I heard an ice cream truck, which would be weird.
Yeah.
Do you hear that music?
Yes, I might just be playing music.
I want you all to look at this real quick. I'm going to flip the camera around. She's asleep.
And a baby doll holder.
She just crossed her little feet. Look at that little puppy face.
I think it's getting closer.
She's so cute. Well, hello, Eric. How are you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Guys, if you're waiting for a video from me, I have had one that has been edited for 3 days. I just haven't finished editing it and getting it uploaded. So, it's been like 2 weeks probably, or close. Still alive, just been busy. I have two. I haven't even been on here besides maybe shorts for like 2 weeks. So, I did do a live the other day of Andy plowing the garden. But besides that, I have just been laying low. I did start a Facebook page though. So if you want to check out our Facebook page, it is Lantern Creek's Appalachian Farm Life is what it is called. And so it will have more of the day-to-day, and you'll be able to communicate with me more directly. So if you haven't checked out that or you haven't seen it, it is, like I said, it's called Lantern Creek's Appalachian Farm Life is what it's called. And we are on Facebook now. I thought maybe of connecting that to Instagram, but I don't know how many people were on Instagram. And to be honest with you, I haven't had an Instagram since I was like 19 years old, maybe 18. So it's been a long time. So I would appreciate if you would check out our Facebook page, because it would be really be really cool to be monetized on there. I honestly feel like Facebook is going to be easier than YouTube, and I will be able to have more in-depth, more one-on-one conversations with you all, and be able to show you the stuff that we don't get to show on our channel maybe as often. So anywho, please check that out if you will. Let's see. Ooh, project. Well, speaking of that, Andy is working on the big red truck right now because it is broke down, and the gold truck's broke down right now. So we are down 2 vehicles at the same time. So that has been his project for the day. I was going to ask him if I could video him live, but the internet is horrible down there. Y'all probably wouldn't be able to see anything. Typical Ram. It was actually the, for sure. Although that truck is like an 07, maybe.
We had it when I was young.
Trying to think. I feel like it's an 07. Might not be. Might be an 11. Maybe the Chevy is an 07 and the Dodge is a 12. Let me see. Listen, we have had since the Dodge. So what happened was my father-in-law got sick, and he has medical issues, and it's hard for him to get in and out of the truck. And so what we did is we switched. So my car was the Dodge Journey. I have a Dodge Journey. And he had the truck, the Dodge truck. And so we said, you know what? We'll switch and we'll drive the truck and you can have the car. That way you've got something that you can, get in and out of easier, more comfortable for you, so on and so forth. So we did a switch. Well, since we've done the switch, we've had to put two different sets of tires on it, brand new. So 8 tires. We've had to fix the clutch on the fan, the water heater, the brake pads. Of course, that's common, which we haven't been driving it that long though. We've had to replace the brake pads. I can't even remember. I was trying to tell you what he was fixing right now. I don't even know what he's fixing right now. But I feel like we got the short end of the deal, I feel like when we did the trade, we actually, we got the short end of the deal. It's okay. By the time we're done with it, it'll be, have all new parts. Be a brand new truck. But yeah, it's typical stuff that, just goes wrong with a truck its age. I don't know if he's ever, I believe everything has been factory. I think every single part on that truck has been factory besides the tires being changed. So, and it's older. So that's, it is what it is. And then the gold truck is our farm truck. We've had to work on that thing for years and years and years, but it's a 20-year-old truck. Over 20 years old, I think. Pretty sure it's like 20, 21 years old. So, that's common too. We also gotten a wreck in it years ago, and since then it's never worked right. We got ran off the road. The wreck was not our fault. We got ran off the road, and where we got ran off the road, the people left us, and the police said that it would be a single car accident because we got ran off the road, and we would have to file it with our insurance, and we didn't want our insurance going up, so we just decided that we would fix it ourselves. And it's never been right. So we've had to we've had to fix everything on it. But like I said, it is a 20-year-old truck, so it's a beat and banger anyways. That's why it's the farm truck. But anyways, yeah, having to work on that. It seems like every single month we're having to replace something on the Dodge, which, like you said, it's a typical Dodge, but it is older as well. It's an older truck. Not quite as 20 years old, but it's still older. Knock on something, mine has been all right, minus the oil leak. Was having an issue with the trans over winter. It felt like it was slipping. Oh, no. Now you're pretending it didn't happen. We'll see how long that goes before it bites you in the butt. Oh, no. Listen, I will say something about that Chevy. You've probably seen it in videos, seen it in the background. I will say something about it. That thing, out of all the parts we've ever had to fix on it, I don't care however many years that truck sits. It's literally sat for 3 years, and we have not drove it until this winter for 3 years because we've had to work on the Dodge so much. We have not drove it for 3 years, and that thing started up like it was brand new. No joke. Our biggest issue that we've had with the Chevy, what happened is when we bought my car, we started driving it. Because we're together all the time, we really don't need more than one vehicle, although we have multiple. We really don't need more than one vehicle, and we bought my car just so we didn't have to, pay the gas for the truck, and we let it sit, and the seals dry rotted. And so we had a few leaks here and there on a couple different things. The the brake fluid was leaking out of it, and all that. We would have to, or not the brake fluid, I'm sorry, the power steering fluid. We had to replace that, and there was a few other things that were the seals dry rotted. If we hadn't let the truck sit, it would have been perfectly fine. But we just let that, we replaced all the seals and stuff on that truck, let it sit for 3 years, which was stupid. But we let it sit for 3 years. Maybe turned it on and let it run twice. In those 3 years, you flip it over and it just, it just starts up. There's no hesitation on that truck whatsoever. It's a really, really good truck. We bought that truck Andy bought it when me and him first started dating. I think we were probably dating maybe 5 or 6 months when he got that truck. And we've had that before Lakin even existed. And so he always tells her it's going to be her truck. So, anywho, it's been a really good truck. Really, really reliable. So you said you got two years left on to pay it off. It just needs to last till then. Yeah. Older Chevys are good. The new ones are junk. We had a SUV and it was a electrical nightmare. I'll tell you what's on those Nissan. A Nissan. I have never met a Nissan that doesn't have some type of electrical issue. I've never met one. Never said, do they even exist? I doubt it. I don't know. I don't know why. Probably the best vehicles that you can get here are Toyota. They're made here in Kentucky. I think they're made in Frankfurt. They're probably the best vehicles that you can get. They're expensive. But our next vehicle that we plan to get is a Toyota. But we're gonna hold off until we can get land. We've got just a few more payments. I think we got 2 more months on a vehicle payment, and then we will be done. We will be completely debt free. And so we're going to use that and turn it around and start paying on some land, some larger amount of land. We want anywhere between like 5 to 10 acres. 8 probably would be the best, but if we can drop that monthly payment, then we will be able to, put that money back. I've talked about it on lives before, but we try to keep our lives as debt-free as possible. And so we keep payments low. We do not buy a vehicle unless the vehicle we don't buy another vehicle unless the first vehicle is paid off. And we don't pile bills on top of bills. And so that's how we can live as farmers. That's how we can live as little as close to debt-free as possible, or soon to be debt-free for a little bit, and keeping things down to a minimum. I've had multiple people ask me how we can do this. Like, how can we live off of farm income full-time, and we live simply. We live probably frugal compared to a lot of people. We don't have cable television. We don't have multiple vehicles. We don't have large payments we have to pay on things. I understand, though, that, some people do. You got to do what you got to do. But that's just how we do it. That's how we keep things manageable. And we had decided from the get-go, the very beginning of our marriage, that we were going to try to think smart, and not dig ourselves in debt. I know plenty of people our age that are they're working their lives away to have all the fancy things, and they're not even able to enjoy the fancy things because they're working so much. They're not able to enjoy time together. Our main thing as a family is spending time together, being together. And we spend every single day together, and have for years. And it's been nice. It's been nice to be able to have this time together. It's been nice. And these are things that you can't get back. And I don't judge people. I'm not judging by any means. I understand that not everybody can do what we're doing. But these are moments that I can't get back. These are things that I can't get back. And so do we have to live frugally? Absolutely. Yes, we do. Is it a pain in the butt? No. Is it hard? No. Do I feel like I'm suffering? Absolutely not. Do I feel like my child's suffering? No. So, maybe it might be some larger sacrifices for other people, but it seems pretty simple to me. It seems pretty easy to me. So, but like I said, I'm not judging anybody. I'm not saying do it my way. I'm not saying my way is the right way. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just telling you because people ask. And so people ask, I try to answer. Let's see. You said I wanted a Tundra, but the old gen causes the new Tundra motors are blowing. Huh. Didn't know that. We're wanting to get a, what is it, a Toyota, not a Tundra. You said Tundra, no, I can't think of it. What are the smaller trucks? Daggone it. Tacoma, yeah. Toyota Tacoma. You know what I'd really love to have? I'd really love to have the new RAV4s. And I know it's a Dodge, but the new Dodge Durangos, I think are so gorgeous. I think they're beautiful. The old ones were ugly. They were like round, but something about the new Dodge Durangos are like, I don't know, they're almost like, they're like sleek looking, like fancy. I like the Highlanders. I like the Highlanders as well, but we've already got an SUV type vehicle. So, and two trucks, but what's another truck, you know? We're farmers. We need more trucks. But it'll be a while before we get one. Unless we can find something. Really, we're just wanting it for hunting. We're wanting something that's little. I would even take a little S10. Just for hunting. That way we can get in and out a little bit easier. Don't have to be new. Just a little beat and banger would be nice. Just to have. But I would want it 4-door. I'm not a big 2-door or anything like that. I need a 4-door. I need a 4-door. But yeah. You said I want an 89 F250 for, I can't think of it. What an 80, is a square body? You see so little square bodies now. I don't, at least in our area, I drool every time I see one. I'm like salivating. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm going to have to look it up when we get off here. 89 F250. I'll have to look it up. I can't picture one right off the top of my head. But every time I see a square body, I drool now. I think that they're just like gorgeous. I don't even care what it is. Even if it's a Ford. I'm just like so pretty. It's just can't help myself. You used to have one? Yeah, if I had money to spend. Yeah, ain't there's so many moments like that you regret in life. Like when you sell something and you're like, why did I do that? Hold on, somebody pulling in the drive and my little girl's at the end of the driveway, so he's letting the school bus pass. Okay. Thought I was going to have to karate chop somebody. Well, guys, I've been on here about 40 44 minutes and 44 seconds right there. So I think I'm just going to hop off here. I just wanted to hop on, get some watch hours, have some conversations. If those of you that, looks like we only got one person on here, but if you're watching back, if you haven't checked out our new Facebook page, please check it out. Like, again, it is Lantern Creek's Appalachian Farm Life is what it is called. And so I'll be able to connect. So the flock, you get the clock. Yeah. Could you imagine me beating somebody up, though? I'll just get Andy to do it. He's down there in the garage. Probably got a crowbar handy. If you are watching back and you haven't checked out our channel or our Facebook page, please check out our Facebook page. Again, it is Lantern Creek's Appalachian Farm Life. And so it is down there, or it's down on Facebook. I looked at her and said it's down there. It's on Facebook, again. And I'm thinking about maybe doing an Instagram. So you all let me know if Instagram is something anybody even has. I feel like I'm too old for it, you know. But I would do it for you all. So leave a comment and let me know if that is something that you all even get on. Like I said, I'm an oldie. I feel like I'm too old for Instagram. Like I said, I haven't had it since I was like 18 years old. So I don't even know what it even looks like now. So, you know how like when you buy your phone and it'll like have the apps on it, I delete it. Like I don't even have Instagram. Like Instagram and Twitter are two things I don't have, and haven't had since I was like 18. So, but I would do it for you all if somebody was actually interested in us having an Instagram and being able to communicate on that. So, just leave a comment. Let me know if that's something that you all even get on. Eric says that he has Instagram. So anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Please give this video a like if you haven't, and subscribe if you have not. And hopefully we can see y'all on the next one. We'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.